it ain't like the weekend ain't even something to like look forward to. It ain't no different from any other shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different from no other shit. It's all the same. Same shit, different day. Right. Bro, I might do the one shit up. One hand on frontal. Why you being weird? Weird to me. I need that post. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. Damn, this is 107. This is 107. I gotta make sure. I gotta when I go. I gotta go back and update this to say which one it is. This is 107. The 106 was art, fashion, discourse. I told myself I wasn't going to whatchamacallit, but I might as well just go ahead and journal. What up, what up, what up? It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. You might as well stimulate your mind. Stimulate your mind, Craig. I said I wasn't going to journal. I said I was going to leave this fucking journal here, but I might as well write some shit down. I got him pretty good. I actually did pretty good. Still in my mind. It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. Might as well. One hand on frontal. One hand on. Why you being weird? No, why you being weird to me? I gotta find that video. You know, there's been a lot of good stuff going on. The 11th, boom, boom, boom. I already kind of started journaling. So let's see. I woke up at a decent time. I was like, yeah, I gotta go ahead and stay up, bro. I was like, I ain't setting no alarm or thing, so whatever happens, happens, you know. I think I ain't go to sleep till like almost like 10 a.m. I think. Yeah, sleep around 10 a.m. Woke up around 4 something p.m. And then we did Episodio Ventuno. Same shirt I've been wearing for I don't know how many days. Wear the same thing every day. But I put on some different clothes today. Just a little bit for the fashion show. Like do a little bit. I found both my ponchos really fast. So I only put this jacket on because I was about to leave that hat in storage. And then went from there. And then I actually took a picture with the smaller poncho and the other fedora. I didn't get a lot of, aesthetics right there, but that was okay. But this was the first one I took. I took this one, I was like, hey, I usually don't take a good picture the first time. This was the first picture I took. I said, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. On the next picture, just look up. Looked up. Bro, if you gotta be your own photographer. And so I think these pictures came out, you know what I'm saying, decent in comparison to the first one. We had to just switch the angle this time. You know what I'm saying? Can't always just be straight head on. So just switching the angle up this time. So it came out pretty decent. Man. Came out pretty decent. I was able to get the full body outfit and work on it from there. So actually, this one was actually pretty tough. Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually find some like. I actually, I need to find like an actual good Jimi Hendrix song. Not, not to say that any other song is one, but just like one that I like. I'm like, I think I kind of like this one. I need to find like a good one just to whatchamacallit, bro. So we went over there and then recorded this video, episode 21, Ventuno, episode Ventuno. Red House. Okay. I am legitimately going to look up this song. I am legitimately going to look up that song, and I'm just going to use the visuals from today. Or I might make some visuals up. I gotta say, I bet as long as it got a guitar, as long as it got a guitar in there, I can do all right. I do all right with that. I'm gonna mix it up with this one and that one. Impostore Rockstar. Oh, I ain't do my whole intro. All right, let's do the intro. This is 107. I'm just going to journal, update the journal, vlog, recap the day. So, milestones and achievements. Everything after this was over 100. So, 101, recorded the Mewtwo video, the first quotables, and the achievement just to put that up there. Then, for 102, 2 years of the podcast, recapping all the seasons. Remember, season 12 is just a hoodie. Season 13, Sewing Machine. The rest of the seasons I really remember. 102 and 103 was on the live, and then I forgot to say something in the quotables, and I said it on the live. So I went to go do the quotables again, and after I did the quotables again, I remembered to say something, and then I forgot to say another thing. So that was the whole thing. And then I was like, on my way over here, I'm like, well, what am I gonna say? I thought I was gonna say those shits again, but then I ended up trying to do then I was like, I'm gonna try to do the music video thing again. The hard part about the music video, John, right, is, so for one, I didn't remember all the lyrics. That was one thing. So I go to the gas station, I'm like, yo, can you just show me the lyrics real quick so I can just take pictures of it? And I didn't have time to remember it, so I wrote the lyrics down and I glued that on the other side. So one of the reasons, when you watch the video, the reason I'm facing this way the entire time is because I wrote the lyrics down and I put them over there. So this time it wasn't even, I couldn't even wear my black shades. It was like I really needed my glasses so I could see what the lyrics were. Now, I thought I was gonna be able to, okay, record the video and then put the song over top of it. I was not matching up the right, whatchamacallit, like either I said it too fast, too slow. So this one turned out to be okay. I think this one, if I had to rank it, this one turned out to be okay. This one turned out to be, I think this one turned out okay. One of these two was like on point. I forget which one it was. When I recorded it with one of these two, as far as the lyrics and whatnot, one of these two was like on point. But I thought I did the best by the time I got here. This was the worst fucking one. I was not matched up. Ball in the mall for my brother. Go yard bad, took the cutter. Got out the field, put Russell. Going as Laura about the paddock. Going as John, as Des. Philippe water trying to John the bitch. It's a habit tricking on the bitch. Shit. I'm thinking I could have been a pimp. Shit. I think I'm hiding in the blunt. Shit. It look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit. I tell her my bitch cause she bad. Real nigga alert. I'm secure in the bathroom. I did not remember the lyrics, man. I did not remember the lyrics. So then even after remembering the lyrics, it was like, when I put the song over top of it, either I was saying it too fast or too slow, but I had to edit this shit too. So I was trying to cut the parts out where like, cause I would puff, I'm like, okay, let me say this part. And then, cause I can't keep talking the whole shit and saying the lyrics at the same time. I can't puff and say the lyrics at the same time. Man. So I was cutting out those parts. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say this part. Puff. Say this next part. That shit was just not adding up, bro. Shit was not adding up. So that was that. Then, so storage, episode 21. And then like on the whole walk back, it was cool. Like, you know, there's like a difference with walking during the day when that sun out and that sun burning. You be happy. The sun is out. It ain't raining. You know what I'm saying? And that was the whole thing. I was sitting in the tent. I was like, oh man. It was doing the whole thundering and what I'm calling the clouds, but no rain. I was like, the whole time I kept thinking like, is it gonna rain? Because if it rain, I'll wait a little bit and it shouldn't rain for too long. Then I can just go ahead and it should be good. Never rained. All right, good though. I went over there, recorded. As I walked back, I was editing. And then what else? The last thing I had to do was edit a thumbnail. So that was that. And then for number 106, No 1 and 6 in Park, we did just like a critiquing the pictures and the videos. And now this is 107. This is 107. And what are we doing? We're just vlogging. And oh, I guess it's a new day. Today's a new day. It's midnight. It's midnight. A midnight vlog, digital journal recap of the day. Now, this is not that you care or not that you ask. So there's a roach that was, you know, unalived. Another roach has now walked up to that unalived roach. I wonder if they knew each other. You know about the mating and whatnot. Or I wonder if this roach is now eating that roach. Oh, this is food now. Is that considered cannibalism? If a roach eats another roach? Oh, that's a man. So, 107, we got the midnight vlog. This was a day. This was a man. Of like, you know, what are you looking forward to doing? What are you excited to do? Those things that, for instance, if it's going to require work out of you, you mind putting in the work for it, you know? Everything today was like, so for instance, one of the things I might complain about this in the third is like all the walking I might have to do, but and to make the, like, man, that is just like, I am so like, that's what I'm happy and excited about. Like, I didn't mind as I'm walking and I'm editing visuals, you know? I didn't mind. I didn't even mind re-recording some of the visuals. Like, oh man, I messed up. And I was like, okay, well, where can I record this next one at? The first one I just recorded like, so with the quotables, the first time I was like, just to give a different vibe, a different scene, a different aesthetic, I'm posted up at the gas station. So this time I'm like, okay, let's work on the scenery here. Then I seen the trees with those like, I don't even know what those type of flowers or anything are called, but I was like, fine, let me just, what I'm saying, I'm recording with that. You know what I'm saying? But that looks nice with it had those flowers behind. So I'm like, that's a nice scene. Let me just post up with that. Bro, my whatchamacallit? I don't feel like looking for it. I'll wait. I mean, my phone don't need whatchamacallit, but I could be basically I'm trying to say like I could be charging my battery pack at least. Like if I'm not charging the phone, then I could be charging the battery pack. Ah, come on. Where is anything? Okay. Come on. Okay, you got this, you got this. Bro, and in the fall, man, dang. I'm not even sure if I put my battery pack right here. Hopefully. And did not. So where is the battery pack even at? Come on. See, now you got off track. Should have just left well enough alone. Come on. Now this is the whole thing. I was on a roll. Just call me butter. Bro, where the hell is the battery pack? Oh gosh. Technical difficulties here, people. Hold, please. That nigga's skedaddle. It was where it was supposed to be. Okay. Bro, if that, bro, one thing leads to another. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Okay. Now, I say all that, right? I say all that, but that whole, oh, well, what would you work for, and what are you willing to do, this and the third? But another day, like today's a new day, right? Today's a new day. But if I was to appreciate that, I took that picture today. Appreciate that. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Such a prestigious name, Grant. Granting wishes. Grant. Grant is also the you write grants and proposals. Well, if you're in the scientific community, you write grants and proposals. Um, the night, man, I got some cheap shit, but it do what it's supposed to do. You feel me? $1 what? $1, $1.29. Bobos that make your feet feel fun. But we had a great day. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's your night going when you had like a great day, a productive day? Like we did all we did all the visuals for the day. You know what I'm saying? We went through, these were the pictures from last time. And so we came through today and was like, well, how can we fix these? Or at least make them a little bit better or different. When here, this was a clean pick. This one's clean. I would have to this is when I would have to do over. I should have just grabbed the guitar while I had the cigar. And this one's a clean pick too, but I just need to make sure I was facing the camera. So that's all a part of playing with it, having fun with it, and just going from there. So this was good just to see the other side of it. Just to see the other side. Productive day makes for a well-deserved, restful evening. You gotta earn it sometimes, right? I had to make sure I earned every single one. Earned every single one. And yeah, my journal's done. It just, yeah, that's some. I love when people come, you understand, start, speaking, and but almost poetically, the night just tastes better. I'm tired of me and 3 a.m. We keep meeting like this, but it tastes better. Victory, achievement. Just even setting out and having goals for a day, and not only just they're creative goals. Making creative goals for the day and setting it out and achieving them and doing it. So, yeah, that's definitely for sure. That's definitely for sure. And I think I gotta, it gives you wings. I got a Red Bull. That I'm just, that's about to be 108. That's about to be 108. Deservedly. And so I think, you don't get it perfectly. So I think I'll do the quotables one more time for 108 once I finish this one, so I can earn 108, kind of, sort of. Or should I just do it now? Give me another reason to do 108. So the first time, this is how it went. This is the quotables. Hold on, before I go to that, you know how they be like, we need somebody to break Future Heart again so he get back in the studio and make some good music. Small goal, small achievements, are steps to elevation. That's how you do it. How do you eat an elephant? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You take a big goal, break it down, and get up there. That's how my first book started. That right there. First page. Yeah, well, absolutely. That's Young Thug new words since he got out. Oh, absolutely. You must that GQ interview. So sometimes you think about, things, people, situations. So it was, thank God I'm not in charge of saving souls. Because I'm for sure that I would not save yours. Now I know the pushback might be, where's mine? But I like to think that my soul got saved the day that you left my life. Because every day that you was in my life felt like hell on earth. So I like to think that the day that you were evicted from my life, I like to think that my soul got saved that day. You know, a couple months ago, when y'all wrote me off, I respected your call and your decision. Even if it was rooted in misunderstanding. But this spin the block energy is laughable. Stand on your decision. Stand on business, bitch. You can have sex with the birds. This is the part I forgot. And the second time. You can have sex with the birds, but those who speak quiet understand the grand gesture of today. A bitch on the bull is a bitch for me. Whoo! We got a new bar. Salvation. They say you can't buy freedom, but you can pay for your way out of jail. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. Fuck with that. I fuck with that. They like to talk about that. Now I gotta figure out how can I earn 108. I did the quotables. And I think I mentioned everything this time. It was that. Yeah. Bitch on the bull is a bitch for me. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. I like that. That's worth reacting to. Break that down. That's good. Write that down. Salvation is a single player game. You know, there was somebody who was out here blessing people, and they was like, who are you to be blessing people? Couldn't be possibly. And then be the Messiah for the day. You be the one to stand up. Take charge of your life. That was the Mewtwo's paradox. I think any human could understand Mewtwo's paradox. What's my purpose? You have no more purpose than the birds and the trees. So go forth, explore, and shit on things. Mewtwo says, all right, well, I come to realize I want to understand what you already understand. But it's best you forget this. Mewtwo says, it's not the circumstances you were born with in life, but what you do with it. So, save yourself. Oh, you know what they say. Nobody's coming to save you in this life. You gotta save yourself. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. Recreate and evolve. No Pokemon, but evolve. Evolution. Drive-by Messiah is always occupied, dead, and... Oh, you know the one thing I did say? I ain't say the shit about Father once said, after the age of 30, there's no more ugly and handsome men. It's only rich and poor. You niggas be careful. The broke bitches outside looking cute again. Drive-by messiahs always occupy dead end paths. Damn. Hey, that's cold. That's cold. That's one of those. You know how those them things that you like. You know how uh, okay, just for instance, um, you say something that's questionable, you gotta say pause. You're not sure when to say pause or something, but or that's what she said. Or like I got a Rockstar can. Like it ain't big. That's what she said. Like the timing of when she say things. But the drive-by Messiah is always occupied dead end paths. That's like a say that anytime. It's like what? Like what? Hold, hold. Oh, let me point that shit up. Nigga, what? It's a bar. It's a bar. It doesn't need to be explained. It doesn't need to be explained. Pulling my book back out. Hey man, I'm working on my ninth book, man. I got a rough draft. I'm trying to be in Jamaica on a bamboo raft. The boy from Pokemon, the Poliwhirl invited into a poly raft. No God, but you gonna fill my raft. Come on with it. That's good. I like that one. I like that right there. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. I like when people say like, prophetic things. Or we can make it sound that way. Infinity games. Shit's getting weird. Part Infinity. Do y'all know that person? Y'all know the person who make them videos? Drive-by messiahs always occupy dead end paths. Like, all right, this has sparked my movie director, actor scene type, whatchamacallit, bro. A bitch on the bull is a bitch for me. Drive-by messiahs always occupy dead end paths. You know what that also reminds me of? If you watch Power, the devil's on the corner, and he ain't buying, he's selling. It's a dead end path. Buying, selling. Like, that's one of those, like a scene. I'm moving along, but I stopped there. I wish you all the success. I'm moving along. I appreciate you stopping in. So, appreciate you stopping by. Drive by my side. So, that's one of those, you know how you can have what am I even trying to say? You can have a voiceover, or even, B-roll footage too. So this is one of those, like, things I'm just kind of like picturing in my head. Like, driving in a car, puffing, right? And then you start to like approach a corner or a light or something, right? Or I'm just thinking on the spot, improvise. Like you see a guy come out of like an alleyway, right? Or there's a car drive into the alleyway, and somebody standing there in a trench coat puffing. And that's one of those things to say as it's like pulling up. So what I'm imagining is one of them it's always like, it gotta be like an old school Cadillac, right? It gotta be like one of them old school. It gotta be like just some one of them old school muscle cars, right? And it's pulling into an alleyway. It's pulling into the alleyway, and but I feel like and like the driver is puffing, and there's a passenger, maybe kind of sort of, right? And that's one of those things to say, like you pulling into the alleyway. Drive by my side is always occupied, dead end paths. And then you hop out. Let's get out. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not sure what they're gonna talk about. Why would you ever meet somebody in the alleyway? You know, like that's a scene and a setting you should not put. That's a situation you should not put yourself in. It didn't seem like it was gonna end well, but it turned out okay, right? Maybe, right? If that's the scene, right? If that's the scene, then does somebody have to? Does it have to end in some type of whatever? Is it a deal? Is it a transaction? You know, they talk about transaction, how you just an exchange of words. Now, even though I didn't really like the movie Sinners, there was one part, you know, I taught math on like numbers. He said, numbers should always be in conversation with each other. So if I tell you a number, you should be thinking back to give me another one, negotiation. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. That's something that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That's something I fuck with. This is awesome. This is cool. So, what a wonderful day. This was a day. Quotables. And so I was even, well, you know how, let's say you're building, creating something, whatever, right? And getting to the point of, just for pure instance, just for conversation purposes, like the quotables when I quoted it the first time, and to do like a re-upload. So, and this happened like multiple times today too. So, one of the things was, all I had to do was remember to, so with transitions, so that's the thing with transitions, I like to just to blur it, just to go from one thing to the next, like with the edit or whatever. So it's just not as choppy as just switching. I forgot to do that. So that was that and the fact that I forgot the other part made me want to record it again. So in the second one I did do it. But then even then when I did my little music video thing, it was I did that little music video thing, and that was another thing. I was supposed to like for the transitions, like the parts that I had cut out, I was supposed to put like a little transition, like just a little blur or something to go from one little thing to the next, and I still didn't do that. And then even just as so like with cringy content and whatnot, so when like the actual like just the thought of it and doing it, like I thought was pretty cool. Like aesthetically, like I liked it and different things like that. But I knew it wasn't gonna be something I would go back and like to try to watch for myself or whatever. I knew that it'd be like more so like a music video edit is what I would like to actually go back forth and watch. So that's one thing I still have to do with it. However, as I was putting like the music over top of it, I didn't. So one thing you can do is like turn your volume down and just keep the music volume up or whatever. Or you can just play with that. Like you can have your volume up and you can have the music. You can turn the volume of the music down so it can be like in the background type of thing, whatever. So I didn't lower my volume, right? And so I could hear my voice and I could hear like how either faster, if I was saying the line before the lyric, before or after, I could hear that. And just watching it, I felt, you know what I'm saying? It was just a little, it was a little weird because it was like also, I think just yesterday or at some point today or whatever, I saw this, there was this guy, he's a super fan of Michael Jordan. And so he goes to play basketball at the basketball courts in the tournaments, like other people, and people like in public, and people see him like, yo, he has a full Michael Jordan jersey, the shorts, shoes, everything. He got a baldy, all this, right? But he's autistic. And So, social skills is just in the third and just, those things. But Michael Jordan ended up sending him like a package, like of a whole bunch of like Nike and Jordan stuff, just saying like, all right, yeah, when you out there, you don't gotta, what I'm saying, wear the same things, this and the third. He actually got on a phone call with Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan had sent him all this stuff. And so I have to be honest, when I was watching my video, I felt like, because when I seen the, if you see the autistic guy, the super fan Michael Jordan super fan, like there was this one picture that he like did, and he got like he's recreating a Michael Jordan scene. I'm like, yo, this picture hard as fuck. And this and the third. Um, but when you heard him talk on the phone with Michael Jordan, that wasn't like another thing, so you can kind of tell this and the third. But when I could hear I heard myself, and like behind the audio, I was like, bro, this is. That's why I kind of felt. I was like, yo, that's not like a comparison or whatever. But it was just like I was like, bro, I felt. That's how I kind of felt like watching it. I was like, yo, I felt like I was watching that autistic person almost too. So I don't know. It might have been like weird or cringy, because there's no music behind it, and it's just me like saying these lyrics, and so that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. But I like the visuals. I like the visuals. So I do have to go back and edit it. I think that was the one thing I do have to do. So now I'm already kind of sort of like, that was episode Ventuno, 21. So 22, 22. The other guy who had those cow shorts, I have a cow jacket that matches those shorts. So I think I want to make a video with that. I want to make a video with that. So it's also with the jackets. If I'm switching up the jacket, like, so like if I'm being intentional about, Cowboy, Rockstar, or whatever, or a mix of the two, putting those together, and making a video. My thought process now is like, should I change jackets or not? You know what I'm saying? Should I change jackets, or try to be concise enough to like work with the photography as well? You know what I'm saying? And one of my things is not like the pitfall, it's not the pitfall of it, but it's just like a point of just getting to progress, and I like this, and just saying like, okay, I'm cool with this or cool with that. So and like there are a couple of like tough, like this is one, the leather one, the cow one, and so like these past few ones, I wasn't intentional as far as like which jackets I'm gonna put. It was literally, I was trying to see if I could even find this jacket, and when I found it, it was on top of the black one, and which was on top of they were just on top of each other. So I just kind of put those all together. But then I just didn't grab this one last time. So a part of it, like theme, right? Theme wise, are you just go for a theme and say, okay, put these together. So for instance, to have this jacket and this jacket in the same video makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a fast car, NASCAR. They said, what line has been used too much? They kind of go together. It makes sense to put those two jackets together in a visual. Now it was decent to put for Cowboy. I knew I kind of wanted to do a cowboy vibe and aesthetic on this one. So this poncho and this poncho along with that jacket, those all give but this jacket can also be, it can go for the mix, the Cowboy or the Rockstar. It can go for either one. But it's black though, it's black. So even if you're going with the natural tones, vibes, and things like that. So to do something again, my issue, you see the arm, and I didn't think to grab the guitar until I put this one on. And so I could have had the guitar and the cigar, and it looked awkward to me because in the video that arm is constantly, I had it and I just had my hand in my pocket. So I could have just grabbed the guitar. That could have fixed that. And as you see, like, it would have just made it better, which is how we got here. And on that one, I actually grabbed the guitar and cigar, and like now it's like better as far as like the photography or any parts of the visuals. So that's something I would have to work on and just say, okay, put these together. The like Rockstar, and I'm not sure what this one goes for. Yeah, I guess it's more Rockstar vibes. This would be like Rockstar vibes. But I think I put this jacket because I was like, you know, and even with the hat, that hat, the Project Extinction one, but I think I had that jacket. Did I? Yeah. So you see the black hat, like those choices, the black hat could have been with the black jacket. The black hat could have been with the black jacket. And so a part of me is just like, I'm just running through this and I'm just trying to design a third, but being a little more intentional about, okay, what am I actually going to do? And even, I'm not sure if it shows the other guitars. So like, even with the black, there's a black guitar right there. And just simply holding the black guitar with the black outfit, whereas that guitar does go well, since it's brown, that guitar does go well with those ponchos. But the only reason I don't like that guitar is because the only reason I got that guitar is because somebody took this one. And so that's why I don't really touch that guitar. That's why I painted on that guitar and drew and wrote all over it. And so one of my motivations is to find this guitar again. And just to have that in my life. Again. But you know they say about, and so now you can also kind of see, like, if that was my first guitar, you see why I grabbed this as my second, because I missed that one. I was trying to go for the Thunderbolt, and that was the closest thing they had to it. So that would be something to work on for the next one, and to include the other jacket, so I can have pictures of it, so that when I talk about it, that's an actual, thing. So, we're working, we're progressing. I do think the pictures came out better today. I actually like them. So now it's like putting those on shirts, putting these pictures on shirts to make more merch. And take it a step further, scene, so that maybe kind of sort of the pictures are interacting with each other, or they tell a story. That would be next level. That would be like a next level. To say like, oh, I'm putting this on. Maybe even if it's like a couple pictures on the front of the shirt, or if it's a picture on the front and a picture on the back. Those are all things to like think about and whatnot. Those are all things to just think about and work on. Those are all things to think about, work on. But I like this mental space. If you could kind of tell, like, the last few days, it was just thinking about this and talking about this, but now this is a growth of how to make better in the instance or sense, or because those first few music videos, I'm not even sure as far as like better, but when I think about favorite edits, my first few ones are of my favorite edits. And so I got to a point, and that was what I was trying to, that's the other point I was trying to make. Got to a point, and I'm not sure if you call it comfortability or happy Friday. Well, actually, it's after midnight. It's Saturday now. Oh, so what do you, how do we say that? Friday night, Saturday morning? It's Friday night still? When do we say something's, when do we call it a new day? It ain't a new day until I went to sleep and woke up. It's still Friday. It's still Friday. It's Friday night, Saturday morning. Same thing, same thing. So, getting to a point of, it used to be slower, but like, okay, intentional. And then it got to a point of just go, go, go. And, you get to a point of, is it getting worse? Is it getting bad? But how bad is a mistake if you learn from it? And so, bridging those and coming back to, that's what I was trying to say. I got to a point of just like, shit, I'm posting bad shit and not caring about it. Kind of, sort of. Fixing it, correcting it. And like sometimes to like give somebody advice on something, like getting to a point where, not that you don't care, but it's I mean, I don't care if I upload this and just re-upload it because I made a mistake on my edit. It's stuff like that. Like getting that far. Cause I think that's what some people like. I don't know, the kind of whatchamacallit, but like getting that far where it's like, nah, I just had to re-upload this because I just wanted to fix a couple things. I forgot to do this, forgot to say this and that third, blah, 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 and put that thing. But so it's like, why are there two of these? Just cause and that's the reason why. But I was whatchamacallit too, of just saying, well, I just want this one. I want to have this song over top of it. I want to have this song over top of it. So my next one. Next immediate goal is to take the visual today and actually just edit it up for more just a short. Actually make it into like a real short. Because I think it turned out to be like 7 minutes, and then I shrunk it down, cut out the fluff, and I just added. I had recorded like a little intro. I was like, oh yeah, this. What I had already recorded that way earlier, but I was like, it needs to be used for like what I want, something good, like episode 21. So did that. But what's the part I'm trying to get to? Oh, when I edited it, since it's like 5 minutes longer, so just being able to shorten it up. This is where it goes fast, slow, and the parts is like, oh, well, like, nah, this is the part I want to emphasize. Like that. So that'd be a thing. That'd be a thing. Should I drink the Red Bull now? Should I drink the Red Bull? Yeah, no, but now I'm like, what's the next video? What do you want to do for the next video? What do you want to do for this? What do you want to do for that? And you just know how, like, when you see how certain things get pushed and this and third. So, like, for instance, like I like to be able to have the aesthetic in there when I say certain things, but as you can tell, what I've been liking is the green screen, and it doesn't do well when it's because it can't see your face and whatnot. So that shit get cut off, and it kind of like messes it up. So that's, and then like the intro, for episode 21, I actually, Instagram green screen was better. Instagram green screen was better. And I'm trying to figure out a way to like, so like when you, there's this one girl, I'm not sure how you may know her, if you even do, but she was recording these videos and she like funny or whatever, like just how she kind of goes like, she did this little crab walk thing going back and forth and just doing little like these little weird dances or whatever, and everybody like was coming at her, but Glorilla ended up, I think, put her in a video or making a video with her, something. It was something like that, you know what I'm saying? And but I figured out how she does that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And doing that with a video. So like, I would have clearly did it just now, but outfit, you know? I would have clearly did it just now, but outfit. So, gotta wait. Gotta wait a little. Well, shit, that shit, I don't know when the which one, but I gotta wait for the one John so I can actually, when I do go over there, I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, I could potentially make the video on point. But she recently popped up because she did Johnny Bravo. And so when she did the Johnny Bravo thing, like, yes, a part of it, again, like the cringiness, the weirdness of it, but like, you know, it's funny, it's also kind of cool. And it's certain things that she did that was like, it's like on point. As far as you gotta kind of give somebody credit for like those editing and hitting stuff on point. It was like, do the monkey with me, and she did the little shit. She had that little shit. It was like on point from what you remember the cartoon to be like, and like facial expressions. Like she was doing like the Johnny Bravo. She did the Johnny Bravo intro basically, and it was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty cool, and oh, she was like, she'd been in the gym lately, so she was like, that's why she did the Johnny Bravo shit, so she could flex and all this other shit. I forget, I don't know how the words go, but that was cool, man. That was cool. So, you know that before you're supposed to drink the energy drink before you get tired, right? You shouldn't get tired and then drink the energy drink. So I want to earn, and see, I like doing that too. I want to earn number 108. So my way of earning 108 will be to edit. Edit the edit. Yep. Mm-hmm. So you know how they be like, that one little part for the whatchamacallit is to hold your straw. That doesn't apply to Red Bull. That doesn't apply to a Red Bull. Because the whatchamacallit, let me drink a little more. It's not a circle. You tell? They got the bull logo, but it's not a circle, so you can put a straw in it. Good luck with what? Trying to put a straw in there? Oh. Gonna be up for days. But that's one of those things where it's like, what is it like? Um, why do we even go to sleep anyway? You know? And how long would you be up actually? And I think they kind of tested this on a couple people. And them tests where it's like, well, if you do this, you get paid for it. I think it was one of them type of shit. It's like I would have did that. They could have tested. So it was like, I think they put some people in a room, and so you have no concept of the sun coming up, the moon, any of it. You have no concept of like time. So how long would you be up? If you have no concept of time, you don't know when it's dark, when the sun is up, none of that. You just in a room. You just, you know what I'm saying? Just to your own devices. How long would you actually be up for? I think people was up for like really long periods of time. Had a small Red Bull. Shit, my eyes wide open. You watching the screen, or is the screen watching you? And reading the back of your eyeballs. He was like, that. So I mean, like, cause I've it was cool when I had the video. It's like a monster, a Rockstar, and a Red Bull. And oh, man, I seen this one Jane. It was a scientist, and they was giving the spider different stuff. Caffeine was one of them. They gave him some other things, but they wanted to see like what the hell the spider would do, and what the web would look like when it had this in its system and this in its system. Boy, but Red Bull is a. I think it depends on which one too. I'm not sure. You know how times it be like. So there's this thing called a logical fallacy, where you might eat a egg roll and then throw up and then assume that it was the egg roll that made you sick, but it was also because you had this or something else. It was a combination of a whole bunch of other stuff, and then like the association with it, whatever. Um, so I'm not sure. All I'm trying to say is there was one day, because I usually don't go for Red Bulls. The reason I actually like this one is because when it gets to like these times of the day or night, I be running out of drink. I be like, I need some more drink. So this is a tall can. That's the only reason I kind of go for this. Like that, I don't be seeing a tall can for Rockstar or Monster or whatever. But there was this one time, and I don't know if it's because I drank multiple, or I don't know what was. I was like, I don't know. I feel like my heart just skipping beats and shit. I was, I felt like my heart was skipping a beat or something. So I was staying away from these for a while. I was staying away from these for a while. I got a favorite Monster drink, but I'm pretty sure that be doing something to my stomach. Which I mean, I guess it can be good. Oh, this one fan I hit. There was that one time, with a couple months, I was like, ugh. So that's why I kind of like the Rockstar. The Rockstar one is like, and then you know how like sometimes, because the Enlightenment period is attached to caffeine and people drinking coffee. Hell yeah. Yeah, this shit bigger than my hand. That shit bigger than my hand. There was the one shit. Oh, yeah, caffeine. Oh, focus. You know, and then what I actually heard one time, and you know how like I don't know if it's true or not. This ain't third one, but they say how like okay, You know how certain things, like a sleeping pill, or no. Um, I think the thing was caffeine. You know, people who got like ADD or ADHD or anything like that, and they was like, or any which it was something. And this is just something I went to the comments and saw, because somebody was trying to like talk about caffeine, and like everybody has their own vice or whatever. So they'll talk about this, but yet you drink coffee or you drink tea. And I like tea and shit, but it's just like the source of caffeine, it's still caffeine. However you getting it. You know what I'm saying? So however you decide to get it, it's how you get it. But it was somebody was basically saying like how it can have reverse effects. Like for somebody who is like hyperactive or their attention and whatnot, like the energy drinks and sugar and caffeine and stuff actually like helps them. And it was like it does a reverse of what it does for other people. Other people they get like super hyper, but this person's already super hyper, and so like the caffeine and things like actually like does them well, like it helps them focus and calm down or whatever. I have no verifiable proof of that. I just know I like what I like. I tell you what, I for sure had one of these drinks before and went to sleep. I was like, damn, why I do that? I had one shit before. I was like, oh, I just knew. I was like, damn. Oh man. Some people caffeine puts them to sleep. Yeah. Everybody body different. How it react for this person ain't gonna be the same. Cause we could like with weed is a botanical slur. Weed is anything that you don't want growing where it's not supposed to be growing. So for instance, a rose in a cornfield is a weed. The rose ain't supposed to be growing there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's a slur. But there have been a lot of people who talk about like the effects that plant has on them, you know, and but it's adverse, and so or not, and some people will be like, oh, so one of the pushbacks was because this is all. Let me go to the comments. It was all in the comments, right? Let me see. So one of the things was there was like, yeah, this don't make you lazy. Don't use this plant as an excuse for your laziness. You were already lazy. You didn't want to work anyway. You just making this make no. And so some people like this does help me focus, think, and this and that. There, somebody was like, yeah, I wrote a spliff this morning, and I done vacuum, wash dishes, my clothes is clean, and now I'm chilling. I'm good. It's like, yeah, the way they try to break down the effects that certain things have on, like for caffeine, it might mellow somebody out. The the weed that's a racial slur are a rose in the cornfield. Doo-doo, doo-doo. So, mm-hmm. the comments, the comments pass the vibe check. I'm like, yep. Or and then the other part of it is though, like, so there was this conversation about like free speech and things. So one of the issues with, I forget what it was, but whatever you think or believe, right? You're seeking validation, and so you're looking for other people to who have those same thoughts and ideologies. However, not to say that anybody's right or wrong, but the other perspective, or just even another perspective, is where you actually have the growth in or progression as far as thought process or anything. So there, I think, I've been working on my slogan. No WWE, Hulk Hogan. Joe Rogan was saying, how dangerous that is just to have one-sided conversations and just only, what I'm saying, and people that just, that whatchamacallit, the background audio is going to knock me the fuck out. Damn nature. It is crazy. Yeah. Oh, you can hear the crickets pretty well? It's always chirping. Either when the sun come up in the morning, the birds is chirping, or when the moon come up at night, the crickets is chirping. It's never quiet. It's never quiet. But that was one of those things that was also like camping, cigar talk, fireside chat. I'm about to make that one premiere. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to. It's a lot of fluid. Yeah. So you know what we have to do. Let's take a break here, people. In the meantime, between time, we back. We back. Oh, we live, baby. We live. I gotta. Oh, what's the thing? I gotta go see a lady about a cow. Or I gotta go see a lady about a dog. I think if you gotta see a lady about a dog, that means you gotta do number one. If you gotta see a lady about a cow, you gotta do number two. You know what I'm saying? Cow is bigger. I may could be completely wrong about either one of the two. Number one, people. I need this number one. About 60 seconds. In the meantime, between time. What's my favorite picture from today? I don't know what my favorite picture from today. Shit, let me think. This one. Favorite picture from today would either be this one. Or these would be top three. But I like that one. I like that one. Like, it's rude. You know how embarrassing that is? Can I go to the bathroom? Press play. Instagram? Well, the only thing on Instagram is this. Not well, Instagram might have you know, you can put stuff in the archives. I got a ton of stuff in the archives. But I kept a few things up there. The kids. Oh, soccer. Whatchamacallit? How do you feel about I don't know, do you watch I Show Speed? I'm not sure if you watch I Show Speed, but he like the suey. He like sue, I'm like, or something. The way he says it, I don't know. But it's like, I think they say he does that shit on purpose. Yeah, he been flexing. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, his shit is about to messy. Can you explain why though? Because some people say this is almost like, see the difference. Jordan and LeBron played in two different eras. Ronaldo and Messi played during the same time. So can you explain what's the deciding factor for you, in your opinion? IMO, in my opinion, the handles, magical. But I mean, when it come down to like 1-on-1 and this and that third, from what I've seen, like highlight wise, I feel like Ronaldo got more highlights with like crossing and checking people out like that. Are you saying like on like if it's 1-on-1 and like crossing people up and and you know what I'm saying, going down the field? I feel like isn't Ronaldo a striker? I mean, I don't know. I don't watch it. But I'm trying to see like what's the deciding factor? She said he breaks people. My boy breaks people. What's the deciding factor there? Like, if you were to watch, up to you, fam, watch the highlights. Who has better highlights? I'll do that. That's all that matter anyway. Who got the better highlights? And you know how they talk about, like, pass the eye test. Passes the eye test. Like, so you're telling me that if you sat a 12-year-old down and said, here, watch these highlights and watch these highlights, who do you like to watch? Who would you rather watch or be like? You're telling me they would say Messi, or would they say Ronaldo? No, that's the other thing. Whoa. Vitalizes body and mind. Gotta be unbiased. Highlights without narrative. Of course. Gotta be some good music over top of the highlights. Highlights without narrative. It speaks for itself. Let my highlights do the talking. I don't know. I know they both almost about 40 or are 40. I'm not sure. They haven't retired, right? They still playing? The last thing I heard about Messi, I felt like he was playing in like America, like. Yeah, that's no question. That's no doubt. Nobody's questioning the skill. Yeah, I was like, yo, I feel like he in America. I feel like Messi was in America right now. He getting another bag. Time to soil my royal oats. Miami. Nah, damn, Miami. I gotta see what the jersey looking like. I gotta see what the jersey looking like. My Ronaldo jersey is. I would still like if I ever met Ronaldo, I'm like, this is my jersey. It was made in Italy. Could you sign it? It's messed up. It's a little messed up. But sign this one. And then he gives me a new one. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, thanks. Bro, a part of me is like, I should earn 108. The other part of me is like, man, I just want to chill and pop that shit right now. I just want to chill and pop that shit. I got 108, make a video for it. So here comes the moon. Here comes the moon. All late. And it's gonna take it 4 hours to get right there. You know, they say we're still working with that full moon energy. I think it was technically more so yesterday, and today is like a little back half of it, but looks really good. Looks really good. So what could we do? What could we do about 108? What could we do about 108? Well, okay, there's this. No, here it is. All right. Secure. We got it. Roger Dodger. Prancer Dancer. Alright, so for 108, we're just gonna say the salvation one. That was a good quote from tonight. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. Drive by Messiah is always occupy dead end pass. So that's not hard to remember, right? Let's see if I can remember it. Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. Drive-by messiahs always occupy dead-end paths. Alright. See if I can remember that. Should be fair enough. We're gonna do 108 here. How we want to do this? Let's switch it up. Because I was using other people, but I really liked it. I just liked it. So it's just hard to use this one sitting here. I'm blocking it. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one. This one maybe kind of sort of. Well, we'll go with the Rockstar. Okay, we gotta remember the lawns here, people. What are our lawns? Salvation is a single player game with unlimited attempts. Drive-by messiahs always occupy dead-end paths. You know, certain people have feelings and they're called, certain people pick up on other people's feelings. Hold on, I think we can do this. Let's do this, guys. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, focus on Tommy. 89 plus 5. It's 94. Took too long. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paolo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla di graffiti. Questo è impostore Rockstar. She gives Rockstar vibes. Your podcast, Sweet Cigari. This is cigar number 108 of 2025. A bitch on the bull is a bitch for me, as long as she ain't on bullshit. You know? Somebody once said that after the age of 30, there's no more ugly and handsome men, pause. It's only rich and poor. You niggas be careful. It's broke bitches outside acting, looking cute again. But I heard something else nice today. I said that, thank God I'm not in charge of saving souls. Because I for damn sure wouldn't save yours. And somebody said, salvation is a single player game. With unlimited attempts. Drive-by messiahs Occupy dead end paths. There's certain people who are able to pick up on other people's energies and feelings. We call those empaths. I'm working on my 9th book. I started writing it down by hand in my journal. It's a rough draft. Trying to be in Jamaica, the girl Ocho Rios, Montego Bay on a bamboo raft. In Pokemon, Poliwhirl, Poliwag, it might evolve into a Poliwrath. Unless you give it a King's Rock. No Jam Rock. But it might evolve into a Poliwrath. You know, some people be lying, so you gotta give them a polygraph. I used to teach math. I used to teach them how to plot points. I'm on point like a decimal. I used to teach them how to plot points, Descartes, on a Cartesian graph. No God, but you gonna feel my wrath. And this is because somebody said drive-by messiahs occupy dead-end paths. Path, wrath, graph, polygraph, polyraph. Draft, rough draft, no NFL, NBA draft, rough draft. Writer, artist, poet. What other way could you show it? Another day passed. But the devil on the corner ain't buying, he's selling. So, you know, we always just figure out how the vibe is going, just go with the flow, you know? So, another edit, we can do that. Because it's what you wanna, that's actually what I've been probably waiting for, looking for. So, the actual one that's like actually edited. Man. Oh, no more Bev. Oh, that hit different. That hit different. Oh, man. No more Bev. No Patrick Bev, really. No Beverly Hills. 90210. You know, we're there. We're there. Is it worth doing? You know, I'll do that. It just that it just came. So this is 108. So we'll do ASMR.